Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new video here on my channel. Today we will have another regular, in quotation marks, how to draw video. Because as you can hear, today we will have another voiceover. The species I'm going to draw will be Eolambia. That's a hadrosaurian dinosaur and was requested by Ayanami P5. So thank you for your engagement here on the channel, and I hope I said your name the right way, but I will probably put it down somewhere here in the video. As already said, today we have again a little twist here on the video, because I'm going to speak to you and put my voice over into the background, like I already did on the Ceratosaurus video a few months ago, because I quite liked that idea and you guys seem to like that video as well. I will just talk about all kind of stuff I'm currently thinking about, and of course also the whole process and ideas behind this art piece here. You can watch that while you're drawing yourself. I oftentimes do that when I'm drawing. I just put something in the background I can listen to when someone else is drawing and talking about art and drawing itself. So maybe you're doing the same, but you can of course also watch it just the regular way. So as already stated, I will plan this video the same way I did with the Ceratosaurus video. So I will talk about all the information about Eolambia at the end. And now first I will talk about the ideas and the planning stages of this art piece. So at the beginning I really struggled or thought about how I should arrange this artwork. So I had two main ideas. One was that I just could go down the road with a normal portrait of dinosaurs I regularly make and how you know it here from my channel. That's the way I eventually made the piece. But again, I wanted to make it like the bestiary series I started with Ceratosaurus. So with all like information and stuff around the dinosaur itself, so that you can like in the end have a page with information and images from the dinosaur itself. The other option I had was to make it as a dinosaur card. Those who know my channel and know my videos, they may already have seen some of my short form content. So I make shorts where I draw dinosaur cards with the dinosaur in the center and all kind of landscape and background surrounding it. And I haven't done any long form content video about this, but there's already one in the works, and that's the reason why I eventually didn't make it that way, because I already have one video where I am doing that, and there's already one I'm planning to do. So yeah, in that video that will probably come out in the next month, I will just show some of my cards and talk about them, and I will draw one as well. And there a little advertisement for my own, so subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that video when it comes out. And also you can check out my DeviantArt, where I post all those cards, also ones that I did off camera, so that aren't here on YouTube, you could find over there. So if you're interested, check me out there. Yeah, but let's get back to the video. So regarding the whole drawing and sketching process, I did not make a sketch for this one beforehand. Oftentimes when I do dinosaur portraits like that, I think you could call it a portrait, like just the side of the dinosaur with no background or nothing else, and I usually tend to don't make any sketches at all, because I just want to go with the line art and then look where it takes me. But sometimes I make line art, especially when it's a harder animal or not a dinosaur at all, because I haven't drawn non-dinosaurs very rarely, and I tend to, or I start to do it more often, but I need some practice there. So like especially pterosaurs, although pterosaurs I've drawn already very much because I love pterosaurs, but there's the whole thing with anatomy and wings that I oftentimes have to sketch them first before I already or directly go into the line art. But especially with hadrosaurs or so, I oftentimes directly start with the line art. And regarding Eolambia itself, we have fragmentary skeletons of it and parts of the skull and parts of the body. So we basically know in what kind of direction it went look-wise. And I think I wanted to capture this here in my sketch, that it's just a hadrosaur, and yeah, that's what I wanted to achieve. I don't usually go with full paleo accuracy. I take my creative liberties and freedoms, like as you can see here with those spikes. I'm not sure whether we have imprints or stuff like that on the fossils. I know that we found embryos of Eolambia, but I don't think we have evidence for spikes or like osteoderms on its back. But that's something I wanted to include. And as you will probably see later, I will also add, regarding the coloration, a little, like, I wouldn't say sail, but thin skin on top of like the vertebrate. So there I will put some lighter colors so that it looks like the skin is going thinner and thinner. I like that on hadrosaurs when they have like a sail or something. That's why I really like Tyrannosaurus. I wouldn't say it's my favorite hadrosaur, but I really like it. And regarding the head, I again don't went full paleo accuracy, as you oftentimes see it in paleo art. We don't have much paleo art of Eolambia, but yeah, I wanted to go with my own style and my own interpretation. And when I draw hadrosaurs, I make their beaks always grey. I think I want to change it in the future and make it more diverse, or yeah, just something different. But that's something I like trained on myself to do it that way. But yeah, that's all I can say about the line art. Or what I can tell you is just go with your feeling and where it takes you. Oftentimes that's the best way. When you do the line art and you have an idea, just try it out. If you ask me, I think coloration is always the most fun part to make. Although I think it's more interesting to make the sketch and the line art, because there you can try out new stuff and create poses, but I think that's the harder part as well. When you have successfully made a shape and a motif you like, you can color your animal, and that's just fun. And I would say something that is meditating. But regarding this piece, the Eolambia here, I already thought about how could I make its colors. And what I really have had decided at the beginning was that I want to make counter shading. That's something I do on most every piece I make, or every dinosaur I draw. Yes, I put counter shading on them because it makes the animal feel more real, alive and vibrant. It's not like on those vintage paleo art, although I really love vintage dinosaur depictions. I really like them, but when they are just plain gray or brown, I like it, but I think it's boring, and I don't want to have that on my own art. So I give them counter shading and vibrant colors, and that's what I did here. I combined green on the body with orange, or like beige you could say, on the back and head, and combined it and made some stripes along the legs. But at first I didn't like this coloration because it reminded me of my Spinosaurus mirabilis piece I made in February, and I'm not 100% happy with how this one turned out. The reason is probably that I rushed it. I made it in one afternoon and that's it. I started it at, I think it was still morning, but I started it and finished it in the evening. So over the whole day I made this piece, but without any break or something. I really wanted to get it done because I wanted to publish it, to get it in time to you out. But I think that was the wrong decision, because in retrospective I'm not happy with it. I think I have to remake Spinosaurus mirabilis again. And here it was not the same. I made it over, like, I believe 1 week, this piece here. But yeah, right now I think the colorations are good. I like them, but they could have been better. Let's say it that way. I think the stripes, the black or the darker stripes, really saved the piece. Without them, I think I wouldn't have published it. I already thought about during the coloration process, or should I remake it? Like, put that aside and start from scratch over. But I didn't make that. I wanted to finish that at least, and when I was finished I was like, it turned out better than I thought. And I think that's also really interesting about the process of making art, because sometimes when you draw you aren't happy with what you're doing, but just stick to it and finish it, and then you see the real result, and oftentimes when it's finished it looks better than you anticipated or than you thought. And the same was here the case. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the colors turned out right now. And yeah, that's the most important thing, I guess. So now that we have covered the whole process of creating and drawing this piece, I'm now coming over to the bestiary part of this video, where I just give you all the basic information you need about this animal. So Eolambia carolinensis, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It has something Native American, but it was described in 1997 by James Kirkland, and it was found in Utah in the USA in the Cedar Mountain Formation. I think that's how you pronounce it, and so it lived in the Cretaceous period. It is estimated to be around 6 meters in length, 2 to 3 meters in height, and it weighed up to 1 ton. And its name means, translated, Dawn Lambeosaurine. And I think that's quite interesting, because it is supposed, or it's not supposed to be a lambeosaur, but somehow they named it that way. Probably because Kirkland made a mistake, and I believe there's a recent study suggesting that it's not a lambeosaur but more of a hadrosaur. So yeah, it turned out to be quite a longer video, but I hope you don't mind it, and for those who stayed now until the end, I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos in this style, let me know that in the comments, and also what I could draw next time. That's always fun to see your ideas, and also this video was a suggestion. So yeah, I hope I see you in the next one, and until then, bye bye.